My name is Seema and I am a very smart 28-year-old woman. I am a manager in a private company. My husband is also on a big post in a multinational company, but he has a touring job, so he often stays out of the house. Now when my husband is often out of the house, so I had no other option to quench myself, and I had no desire to establish such a relationship with anyone outside. Time passed and one day one of our nephews, his sister's son Rohan, was 22 years old and lived in the village. He lived in Mumbai, came to Mumbai to look for work and stayed in our house. He was fine looking and had a rude look on his face. If it was visible then it had no value for a modern woman like me. I never gave him any importance. Yes, I was fully aware of the way he looked at me. I had noticed that he often tried to look inside my clothes. But still I used to ignore his sight. Often I used to get him to do my household work, etc. One such day, my husband had gone out on tour for 4 to 5 days due to his work. It was Saturday and I came home. I saw that there were no vegetables in the fridge, so I thought let's go and get them. Anyway, the weather had turned bad and the sky was dark. It was cloudy, there could be rain, so I decided to bring things from the market before the rain and quickly went to the bedroom. I changed into office clothes, wore a top and capri, picked up glasses, and as I left, thought about who would pick the vegetables. So I called Rohan, took out the scooty, made him sit on the back and started towards the market. On the way, I felt as if there was a wooden stick between me and Rohan, who was sitting close to me from behind, but it was made of wood. It didn't take long for me to understand that there was no stick at first, but I seemed to be his aunt, then this. I also thought that I am an aunt, but the young aunt does not know her aunt. In this dilemma, we came to the market. We bought a lot of vegetables and things in the market and started back home. We had just gone a short distance when it started raining heavily. The wind was also blowing and within a minute we got drenched. First I thought of stopping somewhere, but then I didn't think of it and started riding the scooter. But this rain and cold wind made me shiver. When I started feeling cold, I said to Rohan, "Oh, it's great. It's cold, friend. Sit a little closer." Rohan stuck to me from behind. I felt it in a short while. I started feeling a thick wooden stick very close to my hip, but now I had no problem with it. A devilish evil had taken birth in my heart. I thought that tonight I will quench my thirst with this food. I took a nightie and went to the bathroom. I went in, but I deliberately left the bathroom door completely open. I used this pretext to look at Rohan with a sneaky glance. Rohan was staring at me with wide eyes. Perhaps he did not expect that I would ever see him in this form. She was deliberately patting her body with a towel in the bathroom when suddenly Rohan came from behind and he held me in his arms from behind, and I suddenly said, "Rohan, what are you doing?" He brought his mouth near my ear and said, "Auntie, I love you very much. I cannot live without you." Saying "I love you," he kissed my cheek. I was trying to free myself from his grip, but this effort was just for show because I was enjoying all this. I was supporting myself by resting on the wash basin with both my hands when I stopped protesting. So Rohan turned me towards him and held my face in his hands. I closed my eyes and Rohan kissed me. When you took my lips in my mouth and kissed them, I also kissed them. Now I was also kissing her lips. In a way, I had surrendered myself to Rohan. Rohan lifted me in his arms and took me to the other bedroom. He took me very lovingly, He laid me down on the bed and locked the door. There was a lot of commotion between us for about 20 minutes. The game of altercation continued. We got lost in the bliss of ultimate happiness. I lay down clinging to him. I don't know. When did you fall asleep? I hope you liked this story of mine. Then please tell us by commenting.